David, welcome back to the office. It is so good to see you up and about. We missed you last week.
Hi, Emma. Thank you. It is good to be back. It feels a little strange to be in the office after being at home for a whole week.
I can imagine. The most important question is, how are you feeling now? You look a lot better than you did the last time I saw you.
I am feeling so much better. Thank you. I would say I am about 95% recovered. It is a huge relief.
I am so glad to hear that. You had us all a bit worried. It sounded like you had a really bad case of whatever it was.
It was not a pleasant experience, I can tell you that. But I am almost back to my normal self now. My energy levels are returning, and I do not feel like I need to sleep for 20 hours a day anymore.
That is a very good sign. It is a wonderful feeling when you finally start to feel human again after being sick.
It really is. And thank you so much for the lovely get well soon message you sent me. It was very kind of you to check in on me. It really cheered me up.
Of course, that is what friends and colleagues are for. We were all thinking of you and hoping you would have a speedy recovery.
Well, all the good wishes must have worked. I am here and I am smiling. And I am ready for my first cup of office coffee in over a week.
A coffee sounds like a good idea. So, what was the final diagnosis? Was it just a very bad cold, or was it the flu?
I am pretty sure it was the flu. It was much more intense than a normal cold. I had all the classic flu symptoms.
Really? What were your symptoms?
It started with a very high fever. For the first 2 days, I felt very hot and then very cold. I was shivering a lot, and I had terrible body aches. Every muscle in my body felt sore, as if I had run a marathon.
The body aches are the worst part of the flu. It hurts just to lie in bed. Did you have a bad cough as well?
I did. A very strong, chesty cough that kept me awake at night, and a very sore throat and a blocked nose. I basically had every symptom you can imagine. It was not fun at all.
It sounds awful. I am so sorry you had to go through that. So, what was your recovery process like? What did you do to get better?
For the first 3 days, I honestly did almost nothing. I just stayed in bed. I did not have the energy to do anything else. I think my body just needed to rest completely.
That is absolutely the most important thing to do when you have the flu. You cannot fight it. You just have to surrender and let your body do the healing work.
Exactly. I slept for most of the day and night, and I made sure to drink a lot of fluids. I was drinking so much water and herbal tea. I think I drank about 3 liters of liquid every day.
Drinking a lot of fluids is also very important. It helps to prevent dehydration, especially when you have a fever. And did you manage to eat anything?
I did not have much of an appetite at the beginning, but my wonderful wife made me some delicious homemade chicken soup. It was so comforting and easy to eat. I think the old stories are true. Chicken soup really does help when you are sick.
I believe that too. There is something very healing about a warm bowl of soup. It sounds like you did all the right things to take care of yourself.
I tried my best. I actually remembered some of the advice you gave me a few months ago when you were sick.
You did? What did you remember?
You told me that the most important thing is to really listen to your body. So I did. When my body told me to sleep, I slept. When it told me to rest, I rested. I did not try to be a hero and push through it.
I am so glad you remembered that. It is such an important lesson.
And I also remembered what you said about work. You said I should not feel guilty about taking sick days and that I should not try to work from home. So I completely disconnected from my job. I did not check my emails once. I just focused 100% on getting better.
That is such a smart decision, David. I am so proud of you. So many people feel they have to keep working even when they are really sick.
I used to be one of those people. I would feel guilty if I was not being productive. But I have learned that it is a very bad idea.
It is a terrible idea. Firstly, you cannot produce good quality work when your brain is foggy with fever. And secondly, your body needs all its energy to fight the virus. You cannot heal properly if you are also stressing about work.
That is exactly right. And you are not doing your colleagues any favors if you come back to the office too soon. You just end up spreading the germs to everyone else.
That is my biggest pet peeve. People who come into the office when they are clearly still sick, coughing and sneezing everywhere. It is so selfish. It is much better to take a few extra days at home to recover fully.
I agree. You need to be completely recovered before you return. Did you go to see a doctor, or did you just manage the symptoms at home?
That is a good question. On the second day, when my fever was very high, I called my doctor's office. I did not want to go in and infect the whole waiting room, so I had a phone consultation with the doctor.
A phone consultation is a great option when you are contagious. What did the doctor say?
He was very helpful. He confirmed that my symptoms sounded exactly like the flu. He told me that because it is a virus, antibiotics would not help.
So he did not prescribe any medicine?
No, he just said that the best medicine was exactly what I was already doing: complete rest, plenty of fluids, and taking some simple painkillers like paracetamol or ibuprofen to manage the fever and the body aches. He also gave me a sick note for work for the whole week.
It sounds like you had a very sensible doctor. His advice was perfect. And now you are back. But please, take it easy today. Do not try to do too much on your first day back.
I will, I promise. My boss was very understanding. He told me that my only job today is to go through my emails and catch up on what I missed. There are no big meetings or urgent deadlines for me today.
That is a very good boss. It is important to ease back into work gently after you have been sick. Your body is still in the final stages of recovery, even if you feel much better.
I can feel that. I still do not have 100% of my energy back. I think I will probably go home a little bit early this afternoon and have a quiet, relaxing weekend.
That is a very smart plan. You need to give your body a chance to get back to full strength. No big parties or heavy exercise for you this weekend.
Definitely not. My only plan for this weekend is to relax on my sofa with a good book. It is going to be wonderful.
That sounds like a perfect post-flu weekend. You know, I was going to say thank you again for your message, but also for the messages from the rest of the team. It was so nice to hear from everyone.
Of course, we are a team. We have to look after each other.
It really made a difference. When you are sick and you are stuck at home by yourself, you can start to feel very isolated and lonely. Getting those kind messages from my colleagues made me feel like I was still connected to the world.
I know what you mean. A little bit of social support can be very powerful medicine. It helps you to stay positive, which is so important for your recovery.
It really is. So thank you. And thank you to the whole team. I feel very lucky to work with such a nice group of people.
We feel very lucky to have you back with us, healthy and smiling. Now, is there anything I can do to help you catch up on your work today? I can give you a quick summary of the big meeting you missed on Wednesday.
That would be incredibly helpful. Thank you. But let's do it a bit later, after I have had my first coffee and I have read some of my emails.
That is a good plan. Let me know when you are ready, and maybe we can have a proper catch-up lunch together next week when you are feeling fully back to your old self.
I would like that very much. It is a date. It is really good to be back, Emma.
It is really good to have you back, David. Welcome back to the world of the living.